I'm going to give you a preview of what I'm going to talk about on my channel at some point. I've identified four types of people. No, not the employee, self-employed, business owner, or investor, although that also applies. But but in my document here that I put together for you, 100% biblical resources, no opinions. Allow me to tell you, to start with the idea. Imagine you have the fool, being the employee, who are wasting 100% of their time for someone else's dream, that they themselves are always going to be in a set income situation, because if you're not the owner of the company, you can never out earn your managers, your owners, and you're always going to be exchanging time, selling time, and there's only a set predetermined time in your lifetime that you can do that. And there are some people who've done extremely well for themselves, and there are some people who have not done so well. So imagine that's the fool, because any amount of working for somebody, you're exchanging time for money. That's the fool. A lot of us are doing the fool things temporarily, and yet we also have a, I hate to say the self-employed as a sluggard, because obviously if you want to be self-employed, you're not a sluggard. But I have to put the category somewhere because it doesn't fit in uh, the business owner or the investor. So you got the fool, the sluggard, the diligent, and the righteous. So you get the fool, the sluggard, the diligent, and the righteous. In this case, the sluggard, do the minimum, is 100% vested. Everything depends on you. Does not really understand the power of leveraging other people or leveraging systems. If you're sick, as a chiropractor, doctor, real estate agent, in this case, with this pandemic, only essential workers uh, are actually incentivizing or keep the economy going. And if you are in a self-employed category and you're not essential, many of them are closing. And yet, there's also another category, the business owner. I call it diligent. The diligent understand, because again, I don't mean if you're self-employed that you're a sluggard. If you're an employee, you're a fool. But also, I have four categories, four of them. I have to put them somewhere, and the only way they applies is the fool, the sluggard, the diligent, and the righteous. Why? Because the diligent understand the power of leverage, understand that because there is a predetermined set time that you're allocated on a 24-hour basis, a certain amount of time to sleep, a certain amount of time to do X, Y, Z, and then the day recycles over. If you do not have a system that you can leverage, or you're being leveraged, in this case, you're stuck. Versus the righteous, who understand that the purpose of being in that is to prepare for you to be in some cases you could be in any four categories. You got a job in the morning, and you got a side gig in the afternoon, or for instance like you know gig economy, or and then while you're doing that you also have a system that pays you, in this case having a YouTube channel that are there to educate people so they can come, because there are a lot of people sitting at home doing nothing, and some people are stuck in the dead end job. They're looking for ways to earn additional income. In this case, YouTube would be a great place to create a channel to drive in. Instead of wasting time and energy talking to one person at a time, you create a YouTube channel and bring value to other people, not try to pitch someone an opportunity, bring value, and then people come in, and then you can collaborate together. And as a result, you create both active and passive income, where if you're sick today, you have a system. that pays, where to a point where you are at a point where you're generating income, and eventually to replace you slugging away in a self-employed job, dead end, certainly in a job that you're never going to outshine, the whoever is above. Even if you have all the talents in the world, the structure is there to keep you in line. You're there to meet my needs to the degree that I need you. And then, if you're smart, you plug into an e-commerce affiliate system, network marketing, that proven product, a real proven product. In this case, gold, silver, exchanges, cryptocurrency, stable coins. That's where the market is growing. And then you get the investor, the righteous, who understand the power of leverage. At any given time, you could be in any one or a combination of both. Self-employed, you're part of a business system, but you're also an investor. Or you're self-employed, you you enter into a networking program, and then you start making some money. You invest because you certainly do not want to have a job again. If one thing is certain, this pandemic is not going away, and you have to strategize. You got to have a plan. And your plan has to include you doing a little bit here, knowing, of course, that's not the destination. This is a temporary situation. This is your plan C. However, it's your current plan A, but long term, it's your plan C, or to get out of that situation altogether. And if you happen to be 100% here, you're 100% allocated on you and your energy, and that only depends on your health. And if you're burning the midnight candle in multiple, side jobs, where you putting 100% of the time, the energy, and the effort and the money, eventually you'll end up back here again. The goal is, while you're here, plug into a system that will get you here, so you can actually skip that step. But since 5% of the wealth is in the fools category, those who are exchanging time for money, 95% of the population tend to find themselves in some way, shape, or form with gig economy nowadays, find themselves 95% of the population here. However, 95% of the wealth is in a proven system that creates an income for you, monetizing or utilizing the power of collaboration for you to plug into a system. But 5% of the population find themselves in a righteous category, or the investor. Now, this is my version of it because it makes sense. And I like to systematize things, and that makes sense to me. So let's begin with a scripture. Proverbs 6, 6 to 11. Go to the ant, O sluggard, and observe her ways, and be wise, which, having no chief, officer, or ruler, perhaps prepares her food in the summer and gathers a provision in the harvest, and then it, basically just drive it home. How long will you lie down in your dead end job, in your 100% time in a small self-employed business that requires 100% of your time? Or in this case, you're a total fool. You're watching a lot of TV, a lot of sports, a lot of movies, and spending a lot of time on social media, and then you're just wasting away, or perhaps wasting a lot of time on social media platforms trying to knock down an inevitable system. And there's a biblical term is that you're kicking against the goads. You're trying to take down a moving ship by yourself, by mindlessly posting resisting content on multiple channels, try to divert people, because misery loves company. The fool, the idiot, who does not have goals or ambition, likely tears down other people, and yet this ship cannot be taken down by a few bad apples because there are too many people with dreams and ambition who will eventually override any negative energy. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep. So, four categories: the fool, the sluggard, the diligent, and the righteous. But here's where I want to drive your attention. How long will you lie down, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of your hand to rest? Those who resist change. Change is here to stay, and change is one thing is certain, and poverty will come upon you like a vagabond, and your need like an armed man. In other words, you will have need, you have more need than than you have your resources to allocate towards those needs because you do not manage your time, the most precious resource you have. And yet, within that same time, like while people are wasting away their lives, I managed or I'm managing to focus on multiple channels and basically connecting the dots, try to bring value to you. Anyways, in regards to money, understanding money, um, gold is the ultimate money, and silver or biblical money. You don't have to take my word for it. Simply go into BibleGateway.com or .org and then type either one of them, and you'll see from Genesis to Revelation, gold and silver, and their first mentioned principle as wealth instrument or as a transactional commodity. But we're not going to talk about that because I want to set the precedence for a later channel, for later videos on my channel. But today, I want to focus your attention to understanding a platform based on gold and silver, God's money. Kinesis is a platform set for three categories of group of people: personal, business, or institutions. The solutions for personal involve money, payment, exchange, currency, yield, and referrals. In my YouTube channel, you will find all that information available. I just recently posted all the information you need, not that one, okay, all the information you need on my channel, Gold, Silver, Crypto Education Groups, and you can visit the playlist. And as soon as you visit the playlist, it tells you, it shows you the different playlists. Of course, my passion for music, um, Freebay, Kinesis Money, and then basically that's the Academy, and versus the Kinesis money system, many of the videos. So in my previous videos, I was having problem with volume. So many of the videos actually I'm going to have to redo simply because of volume issue. I had everything set up, but the volume was coming across extremely low. So people have to maximum the volume so they can try to hear what I'm trying to say. But now I am happy to say that I don't have any volume issues. So I spent the afternoon after posting some freebie updates to focus on Kinesis as as the smartest platform on the basis of money because it combines both gold, silver, fiat, crypto, a virtual and physical wallet to store your crypto, an app and a debit card, both virtual and physical. Absolutely wonderful. But before I go into that, I want to show you the system. The solution for the system is very simple. Here's our product. We have the Kinesis money, the exchange, minting, you will hear me talk about minting a lot, and the cool wallet. Now, if you are in cryptocurrency and you intend to have cryptocurrency, regardless of its form, we have a wallet, two types. One is a single, which is I think it's you can have the single or you can have the duo. Duo has a device that you can keep in your pocket where if you're out somewhere making a purchase, your wallet for security and the card can be in your pocket and you can link it together via a Bluetooth connection. Actually, why am I telling you this? Let's watch a video.
Are you into cryptocurrencies too? I want to share a tip that really saved my skin. I've been told there are two ways to store my assets: software and hardware wallets. Software wallets are easy to use and keep your assets available at all times. The downside? Hack vulnerability. Hardware wallets are essentially offline USB drives, far less convenient, but your assets are kept safe. Here's the thing though, I don't want to sacrifice convenience or security, so I use a Cool Wallet S. Cool Wallet S is a credit card sized hardware wallet connecting to your smartphone via Bluetooth, so you can use it wherever you go. Transactions are protected by Cool Wallet S's 2 plus 1 factor authentication. Confirm on the phone, scan your fingerprint or Face ID, and physically press the button on the card. In short, it's unlikely for a hacker to transfer your assets away remotely. You no longer need to choose between convenience and security with the Cool Wallet S, the ultimate cryptocurrency safe.
Okay, so wasn't that better? Me trying to explain it to you rather than watching the video. Anyways, so the Cobalt X allow you to have both. You have both security and functionality in both, and then you can have your KAU gold, KVT, that is the Kinesis Velocity Token, and also that. Oh, by the way, this wallet is also ERC20 compatible. That means you can have just about any or all your ERC20 uh, tokens or coins stored in your integrated app and physical card for security. Absolutely wonderful. Or you can have just the app. Anyways, this is the cost. Okay, in terms of solution, let's go back to it again. So you have that. Then you have the debit card. The debit card is really where you can have both your gold and silver, the ability to spend your gold and silver. What is the problem with having gold and silver? It is not easy to liquidate. And we're talking about having gold and silver, you're benefiting from the upside growth of gold and silver. But when it comes to liquidation, you're limited to choices. And of course, the inconvenience of having to go to a bullion with your gold, not to mention the security issues. And just having gold and silver in general causes you to have to take certain measures to protect yourself, to protect your home, and blah, blah, blah. Kinesis allow you to have digital gold and silver. And by the way, free with free storage and no monthly fees for your allocated bullion. And also you can have it delivered. You can have either delivered to you physically or keep them virtually, and the ability to have create velocity for your gold and silver through the power of minting. And minting will be explained to you, just give you a brief overview.
Breakout. Gold's going to make a new all-time high. Gold-backed ETFs seeing inflows of over $5 billion.
$1.8 trillion gold market.
Why are we the only guys to see on this thing?
Makes your head spin. Hi there, my name is Shane Moran, and I'll be your host for this episode of Live from the Vault. For the benefit of our new members all over the world, we're so excited that you're here joining us today. But Live from the Vault is really the place to find out about the precious metals market update and also to learn about the Kinesis monetary system. I just want to remind everyone, if you don't already know, Kinesis just released the Power of Minting video series that just launched. If you don't know about minting, Andrew McGuire will walk you through step by step on what is minting, why is minting so important, and why is it changing the face of the precious metals industry, and more importantly, how to get started in minting. Again, minting is something that is not available anywhere else in the world except for right here at the Kinesis monetary system. So Kinesis has really put together a great video series that really walks you through step by step what minting is all about. And for more information, just visit the link. We'll put a link down below here. And just before we go over to Andy and his precious metals update, I just wanted to let everyone know that their new build of the Kinesis Money platform interface is coming out very shortly. People are working around the clock 24/7. It's amazing what's going on, but really what's being put together is to improve the experience of storing, trading, and holding with even our new virtual debit cards and how to spend your gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. It's just never been easier than right here and right now. So look forward to that new interface. And with that, it's my pleasure to go over
Lesson 6. What is a yield? A Kinesis yield was put in place to overcome a fundamental law of money called Gresham's law. Gresham's law states that bad money will drive out good money. This happens with gold and paper currency. Because the perceived value and nature of gold is seen as good money, people are more likely to hold it and save it and spend their less valued paper currency instead. Digitizing gold and incentivizing its use with our unique yield system defeats Gresham's law and drives mass adoption. Kinesis gives a yield or return on the Kinesis currencies in the form of fee sharing. We call this a fee sharing yield. Kinesis takes a small percentage fee for loading KAU onto your debit card, sending to other Kinesis wallets, and an even lower percentage fee on all transactions done via the Kinesis exchange. All of these fees are collected and go into what we call the master fee pool, and are then distributed back to our customers in various proportions. We have 5 various yields in Kinesis. We have one for the people who want to bring larger quantities of gold and silver into the system, which we call minting. Purchase gold or silver via the Kinesis Mint or exchange, and there's an associated minter's yield. We have one for people who purchase gold and silver, KAU and KAG, to hold it in their account rather than spending. This triggers our holder's yield, similar to a savings account or investment account. Just like any other program in the world, we want to encourage use. Therefore, we reward people for inviting friends, family, or colleagues with a referrer yield. This helps create the adoption of the system and helps people spread the word with a reward. Next, we have a depositor's yield, which is designed to give people a reward on their first deposit in the system as an incentive to get started. Finally, we have the most powerful yield in the Kinesis system, the KVT, or
Okay, so we're not going to talk about the KVT because it's actually out of reach for some people. You need to be an accredited investor, and the average person does not fit the bill. But for now, let's take a look at the review of the 5 yield. Kinesis provides you with 5 ways for you to earn a yield. A yield simply means the passive return. First of all, you have the mentor's yield. So they're beginning with the mentor's yield, and you get 5%. In other words, you come in and deposit. Uh, Many of you may or may not be able to participate, but if you are part of another program that is going to deliver big time, you can take a portion of your allocated fund and diversify. So you need 100 KAU, meaning 100 grams of gold. The last time I did this, the price of gold was 65.45. That was when gold was about over 2,000 an ounce, about 2,070, I think, and then 200 ounces of silver. And it was at the same time that silver was about $29.29 an ounce, and gold was about 2060, 2070. And my giveaway for you, for those of you who fit the bill, who are the diligent and the righteous type, who are proactive and taking advantage of opportunities, you create your account, register with me, simply fulfill your KYC, and do your 2FA authentication, basically to protect your account, and make your first deposit. Doesn't really matter what it is. Obviously, the higher the better. And you can do fiat deposit, and I can show you a video that shows you how to do that. And or I can uh, lead you to a video that shows you how to do that. And you do all that within 24 hours. The one that takes the longest is obviously the deposit part, because I did the KYC and the deposit, but the KYC actually, while I was setting up my account, within an hour, my KYC was approved. Beautiful. And if you have any questions, they have a system. They have a help system, live chat. They can help you within 24 hours. And so you set up your account within 24 hours, let's say it's up to 72 hours, because if you got a job, you have kids, and I don't want to make it so rigid. But this is just to incentivize productivity and, of course, proactive. You don't get this if you're the type to get distracted by TV, social media. Definitely, I don't want to work with you, because I don't want to work with a slacker or a sluggard. So 100K, 1 KAU and 1 KAG, meaning 1 gram of gold, 1 gram of silver, 1 ounce of silver, simply by setting up your account within um, 24 to 72 hours. With, of course, a deposit has to, uh, and the reason why I want that is because it's just a matter of accountability. So once you have that going, that's for minting. For those of you who have the ability and you have until the end of the year to participate in the minting, one way or the other, I'm going to have a minting position, either one of each, or one or the other, 100 grams of gold or 200 ounces of silver. So again, 1 KAU, 1 gram of gold, 1 KAG is an ounce of silver, and the KVT, which is the Kinesis velocity token, it's about 1,000, and there's 200,000 maximum. And to participate in the KVT, you need to be an accredited investor. So, anyways, what does the uh, yield, the 5 tiers of yield, means to you? If you have gold and silver sitting somewhere collecting dust, and you're paying either insurance fees, monthly fees to maintain it, you can bring it to our platform and have a depositor's yield. I believe the depositor's yield is 5%. You can bring your gold and have it and hold it into our platform for 15%, no monthly fees, no storage fees. And again, if you're able to participate in the KVT velocity token, that gives a 20% return, but it's not for everyone. There's a maximum 300,000 KVT. Um, KVT is the gas that keeps is the engine that keeps the system running. The minting yield now currently they have an offer toward the end of the year. You get 3 times. In other words, if you have Um, but anyways, you get 3 times the return on your EL. In other words, 15% return as opposed to 5%. But you have until the end of the year. Again, you have to be able to mint 100 grams of gold or 200 ounces of silver to participate. So this is not for everyone. However, if you're interested in just saving in gold or silver, this is the cleanest and best platform to do so, because and unlike a multi-tier affiliate e-commerce program that pays affiliate on 7 or 5 generations, they have to have a premium on the gold or silver in order to pay the commissions to the field. And if you participate, you're not building the business, you're actually paying an additional premium for either gold or silver in order for commissions to pay to the field. While you, the saver, not building a business, are basically carrying the load at at what I call a centralized, uh, personally guaranteed centralized inflation. I let that sink in. So this is my way of interacting with you. So I don't have to do this, but I'm actually doing it for the purpose of having fun. Anyways, the 5 yield, Kinesis yield. A referrer's yield based on 7.5% as a referrer is the only one tier referring program. In other words, you participate, anything you do, any time you send and receive and exchange, and it's a lifetime 7.5% yield. Imagine you are registered and you signed up a business that uses Kinesis as a method of payment based on 100% allocated gold and silver, and utilize that as a remittance for to pay their employees, their suppliers, and all that, and you earn 7.5% return. That's huge. So, anyways, for minting, there's an offer. Now, keep in mind the holders, the depositors yield. You register the moment that you make a deposit, and if you acquire both gold or silver, you get a 5% depositors yield for that. Or you can bring your allocated bullions from other places and then hold it here on a platform. They have multiple locations worldwide, and you earn a 15% holders yield with no monthly fees or storage fees. And again, the KVT velocity token is 1,000 per token, and it's not for everyone. So whether you are a depositor at 5%, a referrer at 7.5%, a mentor at 5%, but until the end of the year, it 15% because you get 3 times the minting opportunity. It's an incredible, incredible, incredible way. And I can show you why it makes sense. Because if you're saving gold or save silver, whether or not you participate with companies like Mint Builder or Quicksilver, basically two different divisions of the same company, you'll have silver delivered to you on a monthly basis, and you're building a team, and then from time to time they have special. You're having physical gold coming to you on a monthly basis. Gold you can get away with for a while in terms of space, but silver eventually takes a lot of space, and you're going to need to think about storage and security. Not to mention, it's not easy to liquidate the silver should there be an emergency. With Kinesis, you have a debit card that allows you to use your digitally allocated gold and silver and pay with it as you go without the inconvenience of liquidity. If you can use your phone, you can use Upward. You can utilize, you can monetize, you can spend, send, receive, or exchange on a platform or hold. Whether you're depositing, holding, sending and receiving, exchanging, either way, if you hold, you earn the yield. If you spend, you earn a mentor's yield. If you mint, that is. If you deposit, you earn the yield. Or if you're creating in the circulation of the currency, gold and silver, you're incentivizing the economy, and you're putting money to use by creating your own money, becoming your own bank by minting. If you mint and you don't use it, then you have the holders yield. If you mint and you utilize the money, in other words, you spend it, whether you send it from wallet to wallet, exchange in our exchange, or buying and selling in our exchange, or holding, either way, it's a win-win situation. But why do I keep talking about it instead of showing you? You can this is the wallet, and of course I've shown you the debit card, virtual and soon to be physical. And this is what the exchange looks like. Now, let me show you something. That is the price of gold as we speak. Gold is at 1945 an ounce. Silver is 26.76 an ounce. And let's take a look at Kinesis. Well, first of all, let's take a look at Kinesis based on the gram of gold, not by the ounce. The gram of gold on Kinesis is $62.55. An ounce of silver is $26.75. In Kinesis, a gram of gold is 62.62, and this small difference of 27.36 compared to 26.74. This is as close as you're going to get in paying for gold and silver, and there are multiple fiat and crypto actually pairing. There's the USDT pairing, and there is the Euro pairing, and then there's the USD pairing. Absolutely incredible. The one system that gives you both fiat, crypto, gold, and silver all in one platform. The wallet, the debit card, the exchange, and of course, I'm not gonna go into the other one. This is probably the last live video that I would do before I'm waiting to get my fund together to begin with my account. Hmm. Okay, so with Kinesis, you have of all, all the best of all three: fiat, crypto, gold, and silver. And of course, the price is is there, so you don't have to worry about paying for the gold in euro, which is at an inflated rate, and you can see exactly what the price is. So if you're going to save, whether you're building a team or not, and on other platform, if you're going to save gold and silver, this is the place to do it. And if you participate in other platform where you have other people, you have other teams, then it's okay if you do the minimum to satisfy the requirement for building a team so you can earn an income. But in terms of your savings, in terms of your long-term savings for both gold and silver, this is where to have it. Because you never have to explain the price, why the price is higher on our platform. In some cases, it's only off by $1 or less than $1. in the case for silver. Current price for Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin in USD and versus Bitcoin in Euro. Not to mention, um, on my platform are all the videos that you can watch. For instance, if you click on the referrals yield, I'm not going to play the video.
9,
And what I've done is that I combined all the videos into one by you can just skip time. Instead of watching each video individually, you can just watch one video for about 27 minutes and it gives you all the details. The Kinesis Academy, the learn and earn videos. Combine them all in one so that way in one sitting, less than half an hour, you can see all of them and get a big picture. But regardless of what you do, gold and silver are your your way of savings. And Kinesis is the best, smartest, cleanest platform. And not to mention, whether you're a business, for personal, you can send and receive money between family members, friends, and people overseas because your debit card, anybody can create an account and basically changing money from one person to another. So instead of paying a money transfer fee for every time you use like so if Western Union or whatever other form of payment that you use, you're utilizing gold and silver, and every time the movement of money is shifting from one person to the next, the fee is you're earning, you're sharing part of the fee distribution, so as opposed to paying it to someone else or to another company. The currency, the yield, and I've already gone over the yield, so it's actually extremely intelligent platform. And of course, if you own a business, whether you have employees or you pay, or you're paying suppliers, or Kinesis provide you the way to utilize both gold and silver. Not only you retain the value of your money in gold and silver, you can now use gold and silver as a payment, and the payment are done in a fiat form wherever you are globally, and yet when you're not using the money, you earn the holder's yield. When you deposit the money to convert it to gold and silver, you earn a depositor's yield. And when you're using the money for paying and receiving payment, you're actively minting, meaning creating velocity in the platform. And you earn a fee sharing as a result of doing that. And interesting. Now, obviously, for institutions, it'll be a lot more involved in the negotiation for creating an account. But if you're part of an institution, a school, church, or any, I don't know what the churches then fit under an institution, but regardless, the platforms are there to assist you. Three categories in each one of them, depending on where you are. You can either be on the business side and also on the personal side, or you can be in all three. You're part of an institution, you own a business, and you also have a family. But most people will come through the personal side of it because you do spend money, you send and receive money, you pay, you have recurring bills that you're paying on a regular basis. Suppose that you take your allocated spending money, convert that into gold and silver, and now when you make a payment, you're going to make a payment from your debit card. Pay your insurance, your car, everything. Have that come in through the Kinesis system. And a yield, a fee, you're participating in the fee sharing for an existing behavior that you already have. And you can participate in the referral part of it. It simply is a one-tier referral program. But even without the referral aspect of it, I would still do it because it's smart. So let's say, for instance, instead of using Coinbase to buy and sell crypto, you can bring fiat into our platform and convert it to both gold and silver and cryptocurrency, and you can exit back. You can withdraw back in fiat on our platform, which basically you could say replaces Coinbase or other platforms like that. Think about that.